Here are your Facebook updates for September 15th, 2021. Buckle up. We've got a lot of updates today. It's been a couple slow weeks, and now we're back. So first, you can take that, Apple. We talked a couple weeks ago about South Korea sending them some kind of court order, all in regards to Apple taking 30% cut of in-app purchases. Now the U.S. is also taking them to court. So what this all means is that these countries are like, dude, Apple, you should not be taking that large of a cut. Or I'm paraphrasing. I don't know their exact words. The bottom line is these companies are going to have a bit more budget to spend on marketing. So if you're running ads for app installs, maybe their marketing budgets are just naturally ballooned because they have more money because they're paying less or commission or however that works to Apple itself. So good news for those app companies and for marketers. Next, we got Buy Now, Pay Later, part 1 of 2. It's getting huge, we tell you. We've talked about this. This seems to be the theme of the last couple of weeks. Every few weeks, we seem to have a theme that just kind of keeps getting more and more updates. This is in the trillions. We're talking trillions, not billions. So we've got a lot of different companies making some acquisitions, mergers, making moves, entering into the space, et cetera, et cetera. Let's go on to part 2 of it. More info on other major virtual banks, other countries, other continents getting into the space: Europe, US, Asia, Australia, Africa. If you're selling expensive stuff on the internet, you should probably have this feature because it is global. Next, we got a win for the gram, a W. A lot of confusing stuff with data, but if you remember nothing else from this update, it's that Instagram greater than TikTok. So it's not just TikTok blowing away. It says clearly here, what was the most downloaded app in August 2021? Depends on who you ask. So Sensor Tower has their data, app figures favors the gram. And if you notice the historical data, you'll notice that Sensor Tower does as well. So thank you, Stack Marketer, for this update and a lot of the updates on here, for summarizing that for us. And now you know that Instagram still getting a ton of downloads. Next, we got in-app shopping for ads. Is in-app shopping the future of e-commerce? Facebook ads update may indicate that's the direction it's going. So it's allowing this new feature to direct up to 10% of your traffic to Facebook and Instagram shops rather than your website. Apparently, Facebook's covering the estimated cost for impressions. It seems like they're not necessarily doing it out of the goodness of their heart. It's a lot to do with Apple's stuff that Apple's been doing lately that we've covered extensively. But very cool feature indeed to help those e-commerce marketers just really get better numbers and tracking and attribution is my speculation. And we're going to cover that a little bit more on the very next slide. This is part 1 of 2. We got 2 Hey, I Know Hers this week. One of my favorite segments that we do here on DD Pro. Isobel Burns, love her to death, and the most illustrious Academy mastermind. Such a great person. She saw this feature in one of her US e-com accounts. So location, website, and shop. And here we go. Approximately 10% of your traffic to shop on Facebook and Instagram. Very cool here. It's seeing it live. We're seeing the updates and then seeing it actual in ads managers. Part 2 of Hey, I Know Her. This week's segment, double dose. We got Erin Martin, who I love to death. She is absolutely amazing. Cannot speak more highly. She shared this on her personal page, and with her permission, we're sharing it here. It's saying select, well, we've got the ad creative, but the source, you can just pull it in from your website. So just a way to expedite your ad builds, your creative content that you're pulling in from maybe different sources, and you can just say, hey, here's my website, pull those images in. We got 2 new features and ads managers. I saw these. I've been seeing other people post about them. This I literally saw today, September 15th, 2021, around, let's say, 11 a.m. Eastern time. I saw a couple of people post about this, and I grabbed a screenshot. This is in the campaign level up here in the top. It is showing me what the creative content is. And here we've got a few images. And I was like, what on earth is this? And I was like, oh, it's just a preview of what images or videos are being run in the ad level. Here on the ad set, it's giving you this button, optimize. And every time I've clicked on it, it's been like, you should merge your audiences. But just more tips and tricks that essentially help advertisers get better results. Lastly, we got the lightning round. Ding, 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 ding. Woo, yeah, man. All right, lightning round. And man, hopefully I'm not too tired out from all those other updates. First, you want a simple way to make your ads more memorable. According to the study, the answer is to match the content of the landing page to the content of the ad. Stack Marketer, I put this in here intentionally because I was like, you know what? That's not an update for anyone in DD Pro. We've been knowing that. We call it AdSent. That was one of the first things I learned 3 years ago when I first entered the DD Pro world, actually almost 4 years ago. AdSent. Get it matching. We know in this digital distillery. And I'm putting in here just to remind you guys of that fact. Where, that this ain't nothing new. But it also does illustrate that what seems to be new is not always. And even any of the concepts of digital marketing been around for quite some time. Instagram, your stories might soon turn into Reels with a single tap. Seems pretty cool. Facebook, they might be getting some new features with the version 12 of the Graph and Marketing API. Doesn't mean a whole lot to me because I don't know. I barely know what API is, but for the data people, for the people aggregating data, collecting data, that's probably a really, really awesome thing. And here we are just at 8 minutes. I love you guys. Talk to you later.